Jessica Simpson just hit a note so high it short-circuited her bladder, live on national TV. And nobody in the crowd had a clue. There she is, 8:13 a.m., NBC Plaza packed shoulder to shoulder with iced coffee warriors and phone cameras on Zoom. The band kicks into her early 2000s power pop medley. Jessica flicks the wireless mic in that signature, "I own this" stage spin. And somewhere between the stratospheric run in With You and the breathy pivot into I Wanna Love You Forever, gravity pulls a prank. A sudden warmth, a split-second shock, but the queen keeps crooning. No gasp, no grimace, not even the tiniest voice crack. She struts the catwalk, hits the money note, milks the last vibrato, and the plaza erupts like nothing happened. Viewers at home tweet heart emojis about her angelic tone, oblivious to the stealth splash that just baptized her rhinestone bootcut jeans. But here's where it gets crazier. The real show started once the cameras cut to commercial. Backstage, Jessica's stylist peels away a sequined trench to find undeniable proof that the diaphragm is indeed a double-agent muscle. 1 minute powering flawless high Cs, the next sabotaging bladder control. Page 6 insiders swear Jessica burst into laughter, high-fived a backup dancer, and declared, "Guess my setlist needed a little P-flat," before requesting a fresh pair of Spanx. No meltdown, no diva tantrum, just a pop star treating bodily betrayal like a plot twist in her own rom-com. And speaking of plot twists, a Today Show producer confesses they replayed the wide-shot footage twice at half speed and still couldn't spot a drip. That led to one burning question in the control room. How did she mask the mishaps so seamlessly? Hold that thought, because history and a Broadway Wolverine might hold the answer. Flashback to Hugh Jackman's early career confessional on The Rachel Ray Show. He's mid-matinee in Beauty and the Beast, spinning bell during Gaston when he feels the bladder quake of doom. Jackman explains that the exact core muscles you summon to project a castle-shaking baritone happen to be the same ones policing your do not floodgate. He clamped down just in time, but the anecdote went viral. Fast forward, Jessica, who's logged 2 decades of stage miles since her Sweet Kisses debut, probably understands that physiology better than some ENT specialists. Combine hydration overload, pre-show coffee, a steel-tight girdle, and nerves that spike cortisol, and you've got a perfect recipe for, well, liquid high notes. But here's where the science lesson leaves us hungry for gossip. Jessica's not alone in the splash zone, and the club's membership list is a splashy who's who. Enter Fergie, who in 2005 famously wet herself mid-Black Eyed Tees gig and kept dancing while the sweat-soaked crowd mistook the darker patch for extra shimmer. Patti LaBelle once confessed to the same on Watch What Happens Live. Joe Jonas told a podcast he had an oops during a Jonas Brothers opener because the stage elevator jammed. Ed Sheeran admitted he wore black trousers on tour just in case, only to test the failsafe one night in Berlin. If chart toppers are basically elite athletes, then unexpected leaks are the hamstring pulls of pop. Yet the public still gasps like it's unspeakable. Jessica, queen of oversharing before oversharing was cool, just gave the stigma a wedgie. And the timing? Chef's kiss. Remember her 2023 Instagram behind-the-scenes snap? Crouched in a canvas tent, captioned, "When you gotta go, you gotta go. Set life?" Fans laughed, tabloids shrugged, and brands offered her adult panty endorsements within hours. That was foreshadowing you could bottle. While the Plaza crew mocked the stage, social media ignited with puns hotter than July asphalt. "She was really singing in the key of P," quipped one tweet that clocked 12K likes in an hour. Another joked, "Jessica said, 'I wanna love you forever.'" Bladder pending. But something surprising happened beneath the snark. Fans rallied. Comment threads flooded with applause for her composure. Parents posted empathic tales of preschool pickup leaks. Vocal coaches weighed in with anatomy diagrams. If you've never clamped down mid-A5, you're not singing hard enough. In real time, what could have spun into a shame cyclone became a masterclass in owning a human moment because Jessica Simpson refused to let embarrassment headline her. Instead, she stole the narrative faster than you can say chicken of the sea. Yet to understand that media jujitsu, you need to revisit the early 2000s version of Jessica, the one paparazzi called ditzy for asking if tuna was actually poultry. Back then, America saw her as bubbly comic relief on Newlyweds. She mispronounced words, hugged her chihuahua on red carpets, and still went platinum. But she learned a survival trick. Laugh first, and nobody can weaponize the joke. That reflex just rerouted a bodily glitch into press tour gold. By noon, her team teased limited edition merch, black t-shirts reading "Hit So High I Peed" in glittery block letters, profits earmarked for pelvic floor physical therapy research. You can practically smell the midnight Etsy knockoffs. And if you think the marketing pivot ends there, buckle up, because today's accidental leak may water the seeds of her rumored album rollout. Industry whispers claim Jessica's been in Nashville studios cooking a comeback record. A viral performance could catapult her to trending topic status faster than a label-funded banner ad. Producers, ever opportunistic, are now pitching singles titled "No Regrets," "No Leaks," and "Pressure Points." The story's writing itself. And TikTok mashups are already blending her high note with waterfall sound effects. Every share another tally mark on the Billboard Social 50. Which begs the question, in an era when authenticity sells better than autotune, did a genuine human slip open a publicity floodgate money can't buy? Keep watching, because the narrative arc might just drench the pop charts. Chapter 20. But here's where it gets even wilder. Medical pros are sliding into DMs with gentle reminders that bladder leaks aren't just slapstick. They're common among women post-childbirth, or frankly, anyone who's ever sneezed mid-full bladder. If Simpson's merch collab funds research or destigmatizes pelvic floor therapy, she'll convert a meme into a movement. Imagine the same tabloids that once mocked her for Tunagate, now plastering front pages with Kegel infographics. Stranger things have gone viral. Just ask the cranberry juice skateboard guy. And speaking of viral, NBC insiders hinted at releasing a behind-the-scenes mini-doc where Jessica jokes, "I literally left everything on that stage. Vocals, soul, and a little hydration." The clip could drop during Sweeps Week, guaranteeing eyeballs while sidestepping FCC indecency rules. Because technically, bodily fluid isn't a wardrobe malfunction. One more twist in this sparkling saga. There's talk of Jessica guesting on The Tonight Show to perform an acoustic version of her biggest ballad. This time seated on a sleek black stool emblazoned with a gold P logo. Cue Fallon's prop crew racing to fabricate a throne nicknamed the Splash Seat. Marketers know late-night cameos can triple Spotify streams overnight. Meanwhile, producers of The Today Show, painfully aware that lightning rarely strikes the same plaza twice, are reportedly upping Backstage bathroom access for future acts. Nobody wants to risk becoming the three-ring circus of unscheduled leaks. But they do want the ratings to come with a trending mishap. It's a high-wire act. Embrace the buzz without turning your concert series into a splash zone. And finally, every viral saga needs a parting twist. In this case, it's a memo from the Recording Academy. Eligibility guidelines confirm live televised performances can count toward Grammy consideration, provided an official audio release follows. Jessica's team, smelling an opening, is rumored to be scrubbing the multi-tracks for a surprise live EP, title floating between Wet Sets and the safer Live at Rockefeller Plaza. If that drops, fans will forever hunt for sonic clues of the microscopic moment her body rebelled, like ghost hunters amplifying EVP whispers. Whether they find it is irrelevant. The search alone fuels streams, algorithms, and click-heavy headlines. Which brings us to the payoff. Jessica didn't just weather an onstage accident. She turned it into a masterclass in upside. A pop star's split-second leak became a full-throttle media faucet gushing relatability, health awareness, merch drops, and potential chart action. Because she met embarrassment with a wink instead of a wince. That's a PR superpower money can't teach. In a world where everyone performs for a camera, on stage, online, or just at brunch, mistakes aren't career killers. They're plot devices. The only question is whether you freeze, flee, or flip the script when your human side upstages your polished persona. If one unscripted leak can wash away years of tabloid ridicule and recrown a pop icon, what hidden superpower might be leaking out of your own most embarrassing moment, just waiting to go viral? Drop your take below, hit subscribe if you crave stories that drip beneath the glossy headlines, and stay tuned for our next episode.